All right. So, welcome to Bloodwars of Sanguera. This is Season 4, Episode 26, Round 2, Fight! Our question of the week, something we do to get into character, is how far is your character willing to go to pursue the greater good? Do they believe in a greater good at all? I think Loston was first. Yes.
I'm Christopher. I play the character Loston. I am he's a Tabaxi rogue bard fighter. He's a self-sword jack of all trades. For all his talk, Loston has never been all that sure of the greater good and whether it matters, but he's hedging his bets. He has had a hard time doing the right thing, so he leans hard on his party to show him
what
the right thing is. As for how far he's willing to go, a life, maybe two, but not all the way. Not all of his 9 lives. He is, at his core, selfish and greedy, but the bonds he's made has helped him emulate selflessness.
Nice. Rando.
I'm Sean, and I play some rando. Just some rando. A dwarven fighter. It's not that he doesn't believe in a greater good, but some has always considered himself a very neutral observer in life, willing to be swayed by a good argument within reason. The concept of a greater good in some's eyes is something that can be greatly persuaded per situation. When the greater good is established, and especially if it is pursuant to some main goal and needs, he'll be willing to do what it takes. And don't test him. Is that
right.
Sufficient politician speak?
Yeah. Ark. You are muted.
Here I am. I am Will I am, and I play Ark, the half-elf sorcerer of wild magic. And for Ark, what did I put down? What did I write? What did I say? What were the things that were mentioned in words? Seeing how his parents and king went to such lengths for what they felt was a greater good, he knows for certain he could never do anything as big sacrifices them. Sacrificing thousands of lives for, essentially what, I don't know. He just doesn't feel good about it, what they did. So some would say he would be too selfish to want his cake and eat it too, losing as little as possible to accomplish what they couldn't. But he's come to a point that he's confident him and his friends could make anything happen, no matter how ridiculous. A greater good being a real thing to him does sound plausible. There are evils so vile and incomprehensible to be considered a greater evil in this universe. So the thought of the opposite being true isn't something he can disprove, yet still believes it can be easily corrupted and a cause with greater good as justification losing all meaning.
Nice. And Sombra.
Sombra, a high elf 19th level blade singing wizard, has always been for the greater good, but he understands that sometimes this leads to the end justifies the means. Obviously, this can mean that we have to deal in the gray, but in my opinion, in his opinion as well, everything in life is gray. So it's better to learn how to deal with it up front. Overall, Sombra believes that the greater good is the condition in which the common person can pursue hopes and dreams and isn't hampered by distractions that are born by things outside their control. He hopes that he has this ability, if he has the ability, he will allow this to happen. So
Nice.
I guess you could say he's almost like lawful good, but his character sheet says chaotic, but generally speaking, I think he's really lawful.
And Roger dropped his in here. He is played by Tristan. He is a malodorous tiefling like Danny DeVito. Roger is prepared to make a great deal of personal sacrifice for the greater good, but he'd never willingly sacrifice the well-being of another for the concept. To him, the greater good represents the concept of freedom. Now, if killing slavers happens to align with the greater good, so much better. Right, so where were we last week? In the middle of a giant fight?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Round 2. Fight.
All right, so see, Will, are you in here? In Foundry?
I was, and then I answered the question, and then I realized, oh wait, I didn't charge my computer. So I'm kind of like trying to limit as much energy I can. So when it's not my turn, I'm pretty much like trying to save battery.
Okay.
So like if there's ever anything that like involves me, just like let me know. But I'm still here. I'm still listening. I'm still in like interacting.
Right. All right. So, shall we reroll initiative, or do you want to just keep using the one we have?
I'm good with what we have.
Yeah.
You guys on here?
So we still have to go run all the way back to the middle to get the extra equipment, or are you just gonna?
No, we can just go back to the middle. How's that sound? Put everybody back in the middle.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
guys
I
will
was going to
come
run
back.
that way anyways.
Yeah. Hey, I have an attack that I can use once a day that is effective when everybody's close together. So let's wait till they get closer to us before we attack them.
All right. I'm fine using my bow, especially now that I got access to a magical bow.
All right, so let's go ahead and skip to the next round. And Lawson, you will be first.
Uh, where is ruler? Okay, easily within. So, double check that that's done. Okay. I think I'm gonna just shoot this lead guy right here.
To the right. Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
But I will take careful aim.
Remember, we also have the crowd pluses that we. You might already have the blessing, right?
No, I haven't taken the first one yet.
All right, it's still an out of combat. And the part that says that you can do it again but must use an action, we're going to make that a bonus action.
Ah, good. Yes. That makes things nicer. Game still paused.
Oh, sorry.
For some reason it's not letting me do an advantage roll, so let me just roll the die twice. I like the second one better anyways. So either way I should hit and do 25, and that is my turn.
All right. Roger and his owl. Harmonious Sombra.
My turn.
Yes.
Okay. So if I remember right, there was skeletons to the left and skeletons to the right. We don't see the ones from the left, right?
Do you not see them?
Oh
No,
yeah,
but this.
they're missing.
So
But the big bad,
there they are.
he's
There we go.
yeah, he's way over there.
I'm gonna go towards the big bad guy. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6.